Okay, looking at the first logarithmic law. I'm just going to write it out for you first. And then we'll look at what exactly it means. Alright, if you take a look at that number there and that number there, can you see that they are exactly the same? Okay, those A's, do you know what they mean and what they are called?
I think I know. If I were to say it in just normal, maybe it would be like a log 3 to the power of whatever the number, whatever B or C would be.
Okay, let's just get down to the basics of logs first, just so that you are familiar with
Okay.
it. Those numbers there at the bottom of the log are called the base number. Alright, we'll come back to the exponent side later, what that means. For now, just
Yeah.
remember they are called the base number, and then the
Okay.
B and the C are called the logarithmic numbers.
Okay.
Okay, but what is important for you to understand at this stage is that the base numbers are exactly the same for both logs. That's the one thing you need to observe. And then the second thing is that there's a plus between the two logs,
Okay.
which means I can take the B and the C and simply multiply them. Using the same base number, I can then write two logs which are being plussed as the multiplication of the B and the C in one log.
Yeah.
Alright, that's the first log law. The second log law works almost the same, except now we have a minus. Alright, the base numbers again have to be exactly the same, but this time we can write it as log base A B divided by C. So the only difference between the plus and the minus is that if two logs are being plussed or added, then you can write it as the multiplication of the two log numbers, and if the two logs are being subtracted, you can write it as the division of the two log numbers, as long as the base number stays the same.
Okay.
Alright, then the third log law is the following. If you have an exponent at the logarithmic number, so there's an exponent, you can actually take that exponent to the front. So what will happen is that this can be written as C times by log AB. Alright, that's all that the third log law says. You can take the
Okay.
exponent and write it at the front. Then the fourth log law says the following. If you have log AB, you can write this as log CB divided by log CA. Now what this means is that originally we had a log base A and a logarithmic number B. Each one of them got their own logarithm, and
Okay.
we chose a new base number for both of them.
Okay.
That's the important thing that you need to see, is we actually changed the base number according to what we wanted it to be, a new number, as long as we keep it as the same above and below the line. And what you'll notice, the difference between the second and the fourth log law is that at the second log law we had the B and the C divided. At the fourth log law we had the two logarithms divided.
Yeah.
Okay, that's very important. A lot of students often get confused with that. You need to understand the difference between them. That is not at the fourth log law, you actually divide the logarithms by each other.
The logarithms. Okay.
Okay, now in essence, that's the four log laws. Now don't worry about it
Okay.
too much. It will become clear in time as we start doing examples, where and how the four log laws fit in. And then, like I said, the fifth log law, which I just call the fifth log law, for illustrative purposes. It's the conversion between exponential form and logarithmic form. So let's say I give you that x to the power of a is equal to y. That's the exponential form. There are no logs in that expression. You agree with me?
Yes.
Right. Now, if we want to change that to logarithmic form, we write log and equals. Always write that first. Log and equal.
Okay.
And then something there, if I can just get it right. Alright, let me just change that pen color. Alright. Something there to the power of something there is equal to something there. Now look at the exponential form and you'll see that we've got x to the power of a is equal to y. Does that make sense to you?
Yeah.
Alright, now that is the conversion from exponential form to logarithmic form and back. They are interlinked.
Okay.
Okay, they mean exactly the same thing. The one is in exponential form and the other one is in logarithmic form.
Yeah.
Alright, now with those five things that you can now see on your screen, the four log laws and the conversion, you can
Okay.
do every logarithmic question that they will throw at you. That's all you need, is those five things that you've got on the screen.
Okay.
Alright, do you believe me?
Yeah.
Okay, it will become clearer as we start doing examples. There are one or two other things that you will learn along the way. And then also what I just want to say to you is that there are a lot of logarithmic definitions which you also need to know, but they are all derived from these five things. Alright, so bear with me at the moment if I tell you that this is all you need to know about logs. Alright.